So thank you, Guillermo. Thank you, Cathy, for accepting our invitation. Can you tell us a little bit more about yourself and about Outcrop Silver, please?
Of course. So I'm Guillermo Hernandez. I'm the Vice President of Exploration from Outcrop Silver and Gold, and we are advancing one of the highest grade deposits in the world in terms of silver. We're located in Colombia, and we currently have a 37 million ounces of equivalent silver deposit in resource, and we're advancing this project to unlock all the potential.
Hi, my name is Kathy Lee. I'm handling investor relations for Outcrop Silver and Gold. So I'm basically the bridge between the companies and also the investment community, and to provide transparent, proactive communications between investment community and company, so the investors can be aligned with the corporate strategy and direction.
When we're talking about, you're an exploration company mostly.
Exactly.
When we're talking about exploration companies, one of the key questions that I have is what about the cash position that you have as of today, in March 2025? Can you tell us more?
Yeah, so currently have roughly $3 million in the bank.
3 million?
3 million.
Okay.
Yes. We are. We have a budget for 24,000 meters of drilling for the year, so there's still a gap that still need to be filled.
Sorry, I'm not sure I understood. 3 million is not enough for drilling, so what's your plan? Do you plan on raise equity again, or?
So we budgeted 24,000 meters for 2025 with 12 million needed to fully fund the exploration program. So currently we have roughly about 3 million. So in the future we'll still need more capital to fund the exploration program in 2025.
Okay. Do you have any debt, or do you plan to raise debt or not?
Not really.
We have zero debt.
I think most exploration companies, some have debt, but most of them do not have debt, do not take any debt.
Yes.
So most of the funding will come from equity raise. Do you plan any strategic partnerships or for venture with bigger established companies?
Yeah, so and our capital raise usually comes from either private placement. And last year we have our major shareholder Eric Sprott injected 5 million through private placement. He also exercised 2 million of the worth of the warrants last year. So he injected 7 million into the company to fund our exploration program. And so the other tool we're doing is public offering. So we would work with some of the investment banks together and to have the public capital raise as well.
Okay. From my research, your main site is called Santa Ana. This is your main site, right?
Yes.
And there is a 17 kilometers vein.
Exactly.
And how do you prioritize drilling and exploration?
Sure. So it's a very good question. After we released our resource in 2023, the resource is located in the northern part of the deposit. So we wanted to prove the market that whatever we did and we achieved in the northern section, we could replicate that towards the south along the 17 kilometers. And the first thing we did was a big step out. And how we decided to make those step outs, we have a full cover of the property with many geophysics and also geochemical surveys. So when we find these very strong indications or favorable spots with, it's like trying to chase fire, but only when you see smoke.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So
very difficult.
Exactly. So every time we see a lot of smoke and different kinds of smoke coming together, that's when we decide, okay, this is very perspective. Exactly.
Yes.
Let's take a risk. And so the first step out, we did it 5 kilometers step out to the south, and recently we did another step out again. A little bit more than 4 kilometers to the south. So, and actually last week we released our newest discovery in the farther south end of the property. So that's one of the objectives, to prove that there's still a lot of potential to be discovered in the property, and also there are 2 or 3 main vein systems parallel, and we've been testing all those in a very systematic way.
You operate in South America, and how do you hedge the risk of, for example, the currency risk, and also the price fluctuation is in silver. Obviously, the price of silver is not where I would like it to be. We're just at 34. When you see that gold is above 3,000, how do you manage those kinds of risk, currency risk, and?
I think I'll leave the currency risk the question to Guillermo, because he's handling all the budget for our exploration program. And in terms of a country, and I would like to be more focused on the community support, because if you were...
That was going to be my next question.
So then I guess I answered the question.
My question is, do you hedge your future productions? Do you do something like this? Do you hedge production for silver or not? Because silver can go up, and we have seen 2013 can go down very fast.
From macro level, the project in Outcrop silver is heavily leveraged, strongly leveraged on the silver price. So that creates really unique opportunities for investors. Unique opportunity for investors, because most of mining operations, silver comes as byproduct. St. Anna is very unique because it's the
main focus. The main
primary silver deposit, and then one of the highest grade primary undeveloped primary silver deposit in the world. Because you think about those the primary silver deposit with high grade in the world, there are not too many on the list. The closest peers we can think of are the Dolder Grand and Vizsla. However, St. Anna's grade is still higher than those closest peers. So that's the way we leverage and hedge with the silver price volatility there. And because it's a project, it's just very unique, and also we call it the silver trifecta. And we have a high grade deposit, and also we have done multiple metallurgical tests to de-risk the project. The most recent test from flotation, a conventional flotation process plus gravity, we have our silver recovery 96%, and gold is even higher, a recovery rate of almost 99%. What that tells you is with the combination of a high grade and plus high recovery. So if St. Anna is going to be a mine in the future that will produce a very high value of precious metal concentrate, and with that clean concentrate, we can even directly smelt from the concentrate to the silver doré in the future, high grade. So it really tells you, and in the future, St. Anna is going to be a highly profitable mine with a high grade of a concentrate. So on the to the corporate level or project level, you have very rare high grade primary silver deposit there. On the macro level, because we are primary silver deposit, so we leverage heavily on the silver price.
Okay.
Yes, in terms of how we manage the exchange rate ratio, so we follow very closely all the politics from the central bank in Colombia. It's a fluctuating ratio.
Yes.
But our budget is very tight.
Yes.
And we always keep it very, very tight. And we also give some comfort zone or some buffer zone between the spot price and what we have budgeted. For example, for this year, we have budgeted an exchange rate to 1 to 4,000 Colombian pesos in this case per US dollar, and it's been fluctuating between 4,300 to 4,500.
Yes.
So we're very conservative in that regard, and whatever it's the difference when positive, so we keep that in the bank. So we manage very cautiously.
Good. What are the budgeted costs for community engagements? You wanted to talk about that earlier.
Budgeted
Costs for community engagement in the region.
Yeah, so that's usually between 20 and 30% of the budget. So we invest heavily, heavily into the community. Meaning, because that part of that is also combined with the local authorities. So, for example, some of the projects that we run together with the municipality authorities is to improve the roads. We use the roads, we impact the roads, right?
It benefits everybody, including you.
So we're not paving the roads per se, so we're just making the lines for the wheels just to go over. So the farmer can extract their production, and we can also use without impacting.
I'm getting close to the last questions. What are your paths of productions for what is your timeline for advancing Santa Ana to production? What do you think that will happen?
Well, that's a very good question. It will depend on the permitting on the permitting side. We're working very close, very thoroughly on a small scale pilot project that could take us probably 2 years to get into place with a minimum capex requirement.